It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Let's go, Madden.
We're a couple of miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard, the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Denver offense, set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level.
First and 10 now from the 36. A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got the tight end, Adam Troutman. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able...
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
He'll get that to Javonte Williams. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk.
The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And the defense has it. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite them right here.
The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
Mike, when you look around the league, there's just not a lot of quarterbacks that look and can play to the style of Anthony Richardson. He can make every throw on the field. He's big. He can run for power, run with speed. As he continues to iron out some of those flaws from coming out of college, he lost his rookie season to injury. Here in year 2, I wouldn't be shocked by year end if he's a household name.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Here we go.
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
3rd and 5.
Go! 19 tight. Go!
Here's Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Colts about set to punt. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Broncos offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. This pass deflected and caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Colts offense ready to take over for their second possession. They had a disappointing quick 3-and-out on that opening drive, so they'll try it again here in a scoreless game with 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Set.
They'll stick with him again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
19 Lions.
Richardson. He gets this one complete to Pittman.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Sermon. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Cody Barton in on the tackle. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now.
They'll run here with Sermon. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Flacco to throw. That one complete to Pierce. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the ground, this is Sermon. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Warriors 17, 18, Pioneers.
A second down throw for Richardson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Here's Flacco. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Gay's kick is good. And the Colts will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over once again. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Colts offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Throwing, Flacco. He's got his tight end, Granson. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Here's Flacco to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Here we go. Set.
On the handoff, running left, that's Taylor. Taylor, a 1st down and more. The speed on display. He's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Colts are out to a 10-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. That one. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and it's going to be 3rd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. On the carry, it's Williams. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. That's E.J. Speed getting in there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. Play action now. It's Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it beginning on this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready. Trap 60. 18 Rattler.
From the gun, Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Ready. QueendomKnight team. QueendomKnight 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Go.
Throwing is Richardson. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And this one is caught by Pierce. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
19 Tiger.
They'll motion over Pierce.
Ready.
On second down, Richardson. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Third and short, you think this ball's expected to come out quick, but when all the receivers were taken away, he decides to make a break for it. He doesn't get a whole lot, but what he gets is just enough to move the chains.
And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line. Second and goal.
Get it. Ready.
They'll go with him again. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first two runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's third and goal.
Let's go. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Cap 60. Cap 60.
To throw is Flacco. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Here's Smith to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They find themselves down 13-0 here. As they try to get things started offensively, it's 1st and 10. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. This one to the tight end, Trotman. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. He'll try to run for it. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. It's Riley Dixon coming on now, as he's on to punt for Denver. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10.
Let's go. Dragon 60. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Richardson gonna look to throw. Open man downfield. It's Pittman. And they will finally get him out of bounds, but not until he's near the 45-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 32 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
2. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos. Go.
Throwing, Richardson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Broncos offense going to get it one final time in this 1st half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Let's go.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
On the set.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Set. Set, go.
Back to throw is Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. 1st down sack, 2nd down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
A gain of 15 yards brings up 4th down.
Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So that one going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
Ready.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll mark them down up beyond the 30. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10.
Ready.
Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down.
Let's go now. Ready.
On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Come on. Hey.
They'll give on the ground. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
They'll throw here on third and short. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running.
And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So we saw in the first... willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
It's another run here for Williams. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Williams. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This from an even 50 yards out. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos will cut into that lead.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Anthony Gould now to return. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Colts offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. On the give, this is Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Now Flacco. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by P.J. Locke. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Williams. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready? Cougar 19. 60 bison, 60 bison. Ready?
Throwing, Nix. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the Colts 15-yard line.
They'll throw. It's Nix. He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll
Go.
put one of the tight ends in motion.
Check go.
They'll run. It's Williams. And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll be 4th and goal coming up. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos are able to get it back within a score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the handoff, it's Taylor. Pick up to about the 30. That's Zach Allen there on the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. They go right back to Taylor. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see them, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now a give running left with Taylor. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They'll run here with Sermon. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight.
69. Flacco to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
A throw on the move is caught. 23 yards on that pass play. That's good for a Colts first down. On the ground, it's Taylor. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2. but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Quentin Nelson, former All-Pro guard, guilty on that one. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on Here's Flacco. Now he'll run.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Flacco. That's to the left side and taken in by downs. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Here's Flacco to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now. Big play coming up. Third and goal. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown Colts. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. 2nd and a yard. A give, and here comes Williams. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down as they move the chains on third down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On third down, here's Williams. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. A Denver first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different...
And he will score! Game on! Adam Troutman, touchdown Denver. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Will Lutz now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Broncos will cut the deficit to 7. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert!
Here's Sermon. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Throwing, Flacco. And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but down around the 15-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 47 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Got it. Ready?
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it, and no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Pass right side to Downs. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Take a look at his receiving numbers. So he has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5.
19 tight. 19 tight. Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 Lions. Ready?
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And he will take it in himself. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Indy.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Colts are going to extend their lead.
The score, Colts 27, Broncos 13.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. And this one is picked off. It's Juju Brents. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This one up, Mike, to just a rookie Anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now it's Taylor. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. Now, faking the give. He'll try to run for it. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. So, here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go. Hey, check that.
On the give, this is Taylor. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Now, for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts tack on one more to their lead.
34, Broncos 13. Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's Mims. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. The Broncos offense ready to get back at him. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Throwing is Nix.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.